Hello and welcome to the unbelievable Phuket in Thailand. In this video today, I'm going to share how if I was starting completely from scratch again and I had to make money online, I'm going to share how I would make money online and become an online entrepreneur if I was starting completely from scratch. So let's dive into that today.
All my diamonds are baguettes. Stay with the gold on my neck. Pulling the boundaries, becoming more cautious, cause you better watch where you step.
But before I do that, I want to have a little bit of breakfast here in PP and then head back to Bangkok.
Becoming more cautious, you better watch where you step. You better watch where you stepping. You better watch who you rapping. 40 on me and it's spreading. Glock for the niggas who testing. All of my niggas on go. All of them side to the road. All of my niggas are blown. I swear if you shoot at me, I still do shit at your door. I don't regret you. I got good pilot.
To head back to Bangkok, I got the speedboat over to Phuket. Then I stopped and had a banging little bit of vegan food at a restaurant called Go Vegan that I highly recommend when you are in Phuket. Then got the plane back to my beloved Bangkok.
The boundaries, becoming more cautious, cause you better watch where you step. All my diamonds are baguettes. Stay with the gold on my neck. Pulling the boundaries, becoming more cautious, cause you better watch where you step. All my diamonds are baguettes. Stay with the gold on my neck. Pulling the boundaries, becoming more cautious, cause you better watch where you step. All my diamonds are baguettes. Stay with the gold on my neck. Pulling the boundaries, becoming more cautious, cause you better watch.
Okay, so now I am back in the beautiful Bangkok. So let me break down exactly how I would become a digital nomad if I was starting completely from scratch. So if you are new to the channel, my name is George and I live in Bangkok, Thailand. I work as a digital nomad working online. So I started working for myself back in 2017. And since then, I've gone on to do hundreds of thousands of dollars in Shopify. I've helped grow agencies from 30 to 100 employees, from 100K to 400K a month. And I've been successfully working online for the last 7 years. And in September 2022, I decided to finally leave the UK and move here to Bangkok, Thailand. And now I'm able to earn a full-time income, working part-time hours, earning Western money, living in Southeast Asia. And so what I want to do in this video right now is basically break down, like if I was starting again, so teleporting myself back to the beginning of my journey, if I had, very little time, very little money, and I was starting completely from scratch and I wanted to earn money online so I could travel the world, move abroad, maybe see a few different places, what would I do? So the first thing that I would do is an exercise called Dreamlining. So I first heard about Dreamlining in the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. And Dreamlining is essentially making a very clear note of exactly what it is you want to own, where it is you want to go, what it is you want to do, and who it is that you want to be. Getting clarity on what you want in life is absolutely crucial so you can make sure that you do the steps that actually take you to that thing. Now, one of the mistakes that I made in my journey is at one point in my journey, I launched an education company in Africa, and this was a software play. Now, there was 2 mistakes that I made here. One of those was that one, I was at the time trying to sell to people that didn't really have any money, so that's a little bit of a mistake. Secondly, was that it didn't align with what I actually wanted. What I wanted was freedom, but the game that I was playing was that of like a VC-backed edtech startup. And those two are completely different things. And because I wasn't clear on exactly what I wanted with my life and what I wanted to do, I picked the wrong vehicle. Now, there is some sort of wisdom embedded in that. It's like, how can you do something where even if you fail, you win? And it was such a fantastic learning exercise for me and everybody involved that we've gone on and we've taken those skills and it's benefited our lives in some way. Now, that being said, was it the most direct way? Was it the fastest way to get those skills and reap those benefits? No. So here is a bit more information on Dreamlining. Let's say you define exactly what it is that you want to own. What is it? Is it a car? Is it a watch? What is it? Where is it that you want to go? Where in the world do you want to travel to, right? What city? Where is the specific destinations? What do you want to do? And by do, I mean specific activities. Do you want to go skydiving? Do you want to go bungee jumping? What it is, there's so many different things. Like, do you want to do meditation retreats in Thailand? Do you want to travel around the different islands? Do you want to go ride a camel in the desert, right? Everybody's got different things that they want to do. So what is it that you want to do? And then lastly, who is it that you want to be? Do you want to be able to speak a different language? Do you want to be able to cook 3 meals to a gourmet standard? Everybody, again, got their own things, but based on you and your own personal interests and your own personal character and nature, I'd get very clear on those things. And the point of this is that we think that we need to have something like £1 million or $1 million in the bank to make those things happen. No, that's completely wrong, because all of these things can be had at a monthly cost. So if you define, this is the thing that you want, this is where you want to go, this is what you want to do, and these are the things that you need to do to become who you want to be. Now, you can break all that down into a monthly cost. And even if you had like a Lamborghini on there and you wanted to travel to Southeast Asia and you wanted to do sword fighting lessons and you wanted to learn another language, right? All of these things, probably like $5,000-6,000 a month. It's not that much money. So by clearly defining what you want, like what is the vision for your life, you can then reverse engineer that into what's called a TMI, or target monthly income. And that is your financial goal. It's not some theoretical, amount of money in the future, $1 million in the bank, 500K in the bank, 100K in the bank. No, you got very clear on the monthly money that you need, and then that is now your financial goal. Now, the second thing that I would do is, obviously when we're starting off, it's like, what do we do? What do we, what niche do we serve? What is the business? What do we do? And an exercise or, thing that I find very useful is Ikigai. And Ikigai is a Japanese concept that is along the lines of your reason for being. And it is the intersection between what you love, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. And at the center of that is your Ikigai. It is your reason for being. This isn't going to really give you the exact thing that you should do, but what it is going to do is give you what I call an orienting generalization. You're going to have a rough idea that this is the kind of people that I'd like to serve. This is the kind of work that I'd like to do. These are the things that I'm good at. And these are things going to really help the world, and I can be paid for this. And that's going to give you an orienting generalization to move forward with. Now, the third thing that I do is I get very clear on who it is that I'm going to serve. And for me, my personal preference is going for small business owners. And there's two reasons for this. One, because it's a small business, it might be a solopreneur, a contractor, a freelancer, or it could be a small business with below 10 employees. And the reason for this is, one, because it's a small business and there's less people involved, there's a shorter sales cycle. You can sometimes close these in one call, or sometimes you don't even need a call. But the point is, you can close that very quickly, and you don't need to have like a 2-month, 3-month, 6-month sales cycle when you're sometimes selling to larger businesses. And the other reason that I like to sell to small businesses is because they can logically justify investing in whatever it is that you are going to do for them. If a business can make or save money, same difference, and you can help them do that, they can logically justify it. They can tick the logical box to investing in working with you. Now, alongside that, in terms of serving these small business owners, I would work in emerging markets, emerging technology. For example, AI infrastructure. With AI becoming more widely accepted and readily adopted in the marketplace, and being a new emerging technology that is relatively accessible and easy to use, I mean, you can find these videos online. You can take these more traditional businesses that aren't necessarily tech enabled, and you can implement some form of very light AI infrastructure and charge relatively significant money for it. So to recap that point, I would look to work with small business owners because it's a short sales cycle and they can logically justify in investing and working with you. And I would provide them some form of an emerging technology or emerging service that very few other people are actually doing for that very specific component of the market. The fourth thing that I would do is I would take this idea at this point. We've got our Ikigai, we know that we want to sort of work with small businesses, we've got a rough idea about that we want to adopt some new emerging technology, but now we need to go and we need to take it to market. So I would pick a sample size between 500 to 1,000 contacts, and I would reach out to them to see if they'd like to find out more about working with me. Now, what I would do here is I would get my minimum viable sales and marketing ready. So in order to give your test the best chance of success, you want to find a delicate balance. You want to find a middle way between what is enough sales and marketing material I need to have available that this test is going to have a good chance of success, or at least a transparent insight into how it could work if I did this full time. If you've got no website, no presence online at all, then the number of people who are going to respond to you and be open to working with you is going to be less. But on the other hand, you could waste too much time building a whole website, building all of this sales enablement material when there is no market and you haven't even spoken with people yet to really find out what their pain points are so you can perfect your messaging. So I'd get my minimum viable sales and marketing assets ready, This could be something like just a very brief landing page with some copy, maybe a slightly optimized LinkedIn profile, and then a series of emails to try and get people on a phone call. So I would take my hypothesis that, okay, this is my ikigai, these are the small business owners I want to work with, this is the rough idea of what it is I want to do, and I would go out to a sample size of 500 to 1,000 people, and I'd run an outbound sequence just to see, right, how many people respond and are interested, and how many of those people that were interested got on a phone call, and even maybe how many of those people that I got on a phone call with was willing to pay me any money. At the end of that test, your hypothesis will be slightly more proven, and if it didn't work, you can simply iterate slightly on your messaging, your offer, and exactly what it is you're offering and who you're serving, so you can iterate your way to success. Now, the fifth thing that I would do is I would obsess over one customer, like even if it's free, and I would just get that one customer mad results. And I would use that as an opportunity for learning. We sometimes get in this trap of, I can't do that for free, I can't do that for free, and potentially starting out, you've maybe got no proof of concept, right? You've got no experience, you've got no case studies, you've got nothing you can mention or reference that is going to give somebody confidence that you can do what it is you're saying. So sometimes it can be easiest and fastest to actually just deliver it for free and use it as an opportunity to really learn. And maybe you work with this client completely for free for 3 months, but you obsess over everything and you find out what is the 80-20 in this business. What is the 20% of things that you can do? What are the levers that you can pull that give the client 80% of the results that they want? And you get very clear on what that process looks like, and that becomes an infrastructure. That becomes something you embed into other businesses, because in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, time goes like that. It goes quick and it's going to come. And either 3 months, 4 months, 6 months time, you have learned a shit ton by working with a client. You've got fantastic testimonial and case studies. You've got a fledged out infrastructure you can now go and sell that's very easy to deliver because you sort of mapped out exactly what it is you're doing. And in 3 months or 6 months, that time can come and you've either got fuck all because nobody's talking to you, or you've learned a lot, you've got a case study, and you can go out and you can embed something into other businesses that are similar. So you just got to think in 3 months or 6 months time, however long it takes you to get these ridiculously crazy results, are you going to have nothing or are you going to have something? And don't think about just the immediate shorthand like cash in. Okay, one client's going to pay me 400 now, so that's the thing I should do. Think about what learnings can you get that in 6 months time you can charge 2,000, 4,000 a client, rather than just trying to get a couple $100 per client early on. Then the sixth thing that I would do is I would focus on systems. We can get really bogged down in the day-to-day, and becoming a digital nomad, if you're not necessarily just like a freelancer, but you want to have your own online business, there's a lot of things that make up the business. There is the marketing, there's the content creation, there's reaching out to the different leads, there's closing those leads, there's the onboarding those leads, there's delivering the service. That is a lot. And one of the ways to free yourselves from this and liberate yourself from the business is by focusing on systems. So you can have a system for content, you can have a system for outreach, you can have a system for pre and post calls on your sales calls, you have a system for how the sales calls go, you've got a system for onboarding. Now, to give you a bit of an idea, I have a content system. So every Monday, my social media marketing manager, she will send me a list of different content ideas. Then on Tuesday, I will batch out maybe a 4 to 5 hour block of time, and I will record YouTube videos and I will record shorts and things like that, and then upload to a Dropbox. Now she will go out for the next week and schedule those and publish those on my behalf. And that is a content system that I can literally sit down for a couple of hours on a Tuesday and batch my content just like I'm doing right now. Another one is an outreach system. So every day I have a team of VAs that reach out to 50 to 100 leads. Now I spend some time creating the outreach messages, I create the campaign in Lemlist, I brief them on exactly this is the type of persona that we're reaching out to. In the early stages, they will send me a few different potential leads and I'll give feedback just to ensure that they are the type of leads we're looking to work with. Now, once that's done, they go out now and every single day we reach 50 to 100 potential new leads, and I don't need to do anything because that is a system that I've created. So once you get very clear on, great, this is the transformation that I am implementing for my desired client, how does each part of this business break down, and how can I create a system for each of those so that I can liberate myself from actually working in the business and getting in the weeds and focus a bit more on the creative work and actually enjoying life? Because That's why you want to become a digital nomad, right? So you can live your life. If you do these things, I can't see how you can't be successful. Like if you did this and just executed on it repeatedly, I just can't see how you couldn't be successful. Like if you did this, you followed these steps and you went out and you did this for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, I just cannot see how you wouldn't be earning some form of money online and be in a position to actually travel the world and do what you want to do. That's it for today. I hope that you got some value out of this. I hope you found it useful. As I've been a digital nomad for 7 years, and these are some of the things that I look back and I think, oh my God, like if I'd have known this earlier, this would have made my life so much easier. I wouldn't have made so many stupid mistakes and have to wait so long till I could actually move abroad and start traveling the world whilst I was working online. So just wanted to share those with you, wanted to give you the lessons without the scars, and yeah, just see if that helps you on your journey. If you did like this, I just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, because I am going to be putting out a bit more content like this that you can sort of take and go and implement into your own life. So if you do have an interest in Thailand and you have an interest in earning money online, please do think about subscribing to the channel. Also, I just want to invite you to sign up to my weekly newsletter called Trippy Tuesdays, where every Tuesday I send out a newsletter with things about what I'm getting up to in life, as well as actionable specific things that you can do to start earning money online and help you on your journey to becoming a digital nomad. So if you click the link in the pinned comment or the description of this video, you'll be able to sign up, and I'll see you in your inbox shortly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you for watching. I just want to invite you to watch the next video that's recommended here, and it closely aligns with this video. I think you'll enjoy it, and I hope you get a ton of value out of it as well. But again, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, and peace.